Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube page. This is Denarius Lewis. Um, for the for about a month or so, I've been working with my coworker, and she's been telling me the stories of how she's a Caucasian woman married to an Oriental male, and they have kids. That are mixed breed, and she's been telling me for the past month or so that her son's been bullied, and he's been being bullied. He's only in kindergarten to start off. Um, Asian kid that's in a small town that's filled mostly with the Caucasian race. Um, and this is in Sartell, Minnesota. But her kid's been bullied, and she's been telling me how kids have been pushing his head into lockers. They're jumping him on the bus, calling him in all these names, how he's different. And she actually approached one of the kids who has who's been bullying him, and she asked him, "Why are you bullying my son?" And the kids again, this is a kindergarten, and he goes right off and he says, um, "Because I don't like Asian people, and your son is Asian." And this is just a kid who's in kindergarten, so this is quite troubling. That is what's happening with our local school district parents and since whatever because um, she had to go above what the school wasn't doing for the kids, wasn't doing for her son, and she is getting the superintendent involved, and the superintendent's getting her higher ups involved because there's no action being taken, um, that there's no resolution being made, and everything's being pushed aside, and what's happening on her behalf when she is checking up on her son, they're now making reports that her son is now being the bully, and they're actually making reports and keeping that in the system as well. But I feel like that's just a school's way of just pushing her negligence, um, pushing their negligence aside, and trying to get it back and pointing it at the mothers to win a case that if it were to be a case that would be the case. But what I've truly told her, I've told her if she wants her son to be able to defend himself without truly defending himself with his physicality, with his physical stature of anything that's contact, I would tell her. I've been telling her since day one, that she should really enroll him in wrestling. I wrestled for over 10 years, um, and my story into wrestling is a whole different story, and how that's on a different video. You can definitely check up on that story, how I actually joined wrestling, how it's only benefited me. Um, but I told her she should join him in wrestling because wrestling's done so much for me, and I wouldn't say I would be the person I am today if it wasn't for wrestling. Now, I'm not being biased. I've done basketball, I've done football, I've done the cross country, the track stuff, but my most lessons I've learned was truly in wrestling. Due to the fact that wrestling is a individual sport. Once you step on that mat, it's a team sport when you put the points on the board at the end of the mat. But altogether, it is an individual sport. You shake your opponent's hand. You guys are at the same weight class, and it's truly up to you to defend all the training you've done for this one mat. This is 6 minutes, and you've been training for however long for this one match. So that puts you in a mental state that knowing that you're an individual looking to succeed through however long of preparation you put into that event. And that's something and if you think about that, that's what wrestling has taught you in that one moment of stepping on that line to shake your opponent's hand. It's just as if entering the real world as an adult, stepping on the line of the opportunities you're going to create for yourself due to the preparation you made for yourself. And wrestling has taught me that with one ambition, with one step on a line of a mat. I think about that once I step on the mat and I'm reaching my opponent. My opponent in life is the obstacles I have to overcome to be in the position I want to be. So That's one thing that wrestling's taught me, and I've been telling her get her son into it. He'll start feeling this way at an early age. He'll grow up and he'll be able to defend himself, not even for the verbal abuse he's had in the past, mainly due because she has a younger son. She has a sorry, my apologies. She has a younger daughter who is 2 years old that will be entering the same school district in a couple more years. So, and again, she is all that. A younger daughter is also a mixed breed of Caucasian and Oriental as well. So that just makes another case if there were to be a case again. Number two, what wrestling's taught me through it, all the years of wrestling, it teaches you dedication because you dedicate yourself to a cause, to a purpose, and your whole ambition is to truly come out with the outcome that you've prepared yourself with. I told her, hey, he'll go out life, he'll be successful, he'll love school because with better grades, you get better opportunities to make for yourself in the real world, and you're training yourself in a mental mind game because it'll all cross over when you come into the mat of getting out of predicaments that that makes your mind puts you in a mental state and makes you being physical at the same time. That's what wrestling thinks. Well, that's what wrestling teaches you when you step on the mat and you're wrestling an opponent and you are in a situation that you have to get out. You have to use your brain, your muscles, and your leverage. Um, and I told her, I've been telling her, hey, join your kid into wrestling. I know he's young right now. You are going to grow up to be a parent. I understand you're growing up. You're still growing up to be a parent, and you're still growing as a parent. So obviously, you must know and have to come to the fact that you can't always be there for your kid because that's the point of life. Your kids are supposed to take battles, and I told her your son's going to get beat up, but he's going. So you should join him, put him in wrestling because he's going to get beat up in a sport. So when anything out in the real world, it really wouldn't affect him. It it really doesn't affect him. If someone were to punch me, I wouldn't really it wouldn't really react to me or it wouldn't really hurt me. Due to the fact it would just be another blow that I've encountered to thrown a wrestling match or a wrestling practice or a spar, whatever the task may be. Um, I'm gonna wrap this up pretty soon, but it's just a quick thing that people should really think about when they're raising kids. When they're a sports that will teach my son the valuables that are going to really matter in life. Basketball, I can't. I'm not being biased. I'm not. This is views just from my experience towards wrestling. I've done the basketball. I've done the football. I've done all those sports. I've done the majority of the sports, and it wrestling is just the one that stuck with me. And I went to college for it, so I was pretty excited about that when I was younger. So what I'm going to just say is that we all grow as individuals, and for us to truly develop as an individual, we have to take risks throughout life to find out what the risk or what risks are worth living for. And I enjoy wrestling, and wrestling's taught me that. So, well, that's why I preach. Um, if you have to do something for yourself, do it for your family. And wrestling's one of the sports that's touched me and helped me and put myself in a mental bind to truly take risks in life, and I continue to do so. So, thank you guys for watching this. If you felt like this is beneficial to anyone, by all means, share it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media you guys care to do it on. I'm just looking to do something that I'm looking to feel a little bit more comfortable with, which is just talking, and I know plenty of people who can back up that I know plenty of people to talk to. So thank you guys for watching. Again, this is Nary Lewis. Subscribe to this YouTube page, share it on Facebook, do as you please, and all comments are truly appreciated. Thank you guys.